we take a look at the headlines. Vice President W.K. Mutalina Lumango has survived a helicopter crash in Nakonde District, Muchinga Province. Secretary to the Cabinet, Patrick Kangwa, has confirmed the incident in a statement, stating that the Vice President, together with other passengers, are safe and well. Mr. Kangwa says that the ZAF helicopter carrying Mrs. Nalumango crashed at takeoff in Nakonde, where she had just addressed a rally. He states that as a standard precaution, the Vice President was taken to a nearby medical facility for a routine check and has since been discharged. Details in the following report.
Vice President Dr. W.K. Mutalina Lumango is safe and in good health after a Zambian Air Force helicopter she was traveling in was involved in an accident during a takeoff in Nakonde District, Muchinga Province. The incident, which happened earlier today during our official visit to the region, was confirmed to Prime Television News today by government. In a statement, Secretary to the Cabinet Patrick Kangwa said Dr. Nalumango, together with all passengers, crew members, survived the accident and was taken to a nearby medical facility for a routine medical checkup as a precaution. Mr. Kangwa says Vice President has since been discharged and will continue with our official program of work.
The incident occurred on July 8th, 2026 around 15 hours in Makeni Villa, and has identified the deceased as Teresa Nyambe, aged 43, her brother Innocent Nyambe, aged 39, and her husband Clifford Chileshe, aged 45. Mr. Chilavi says that the matter was reported to Kanyama Police Station around 15:40 hours by a resident of Makeni Villa who informed the police of a shooting incident in the neighborhood. He says the police officers reported to the scene and found 3 deceased persons with gunshot wounds. Mr. Chilavi states that initial circumstances indicate that the incident followed the domestic violence complaint reported by Teresa Nyambe against her husband Clifford Chileshe at Kanyama Police Station on July 6, 2026, where she was issued with a medical report form for examination. He says on July 8th, 2026, Teresa Nyambe visited the Victim Support Unit at Kanyama Police Station in connection with the matter before proceeding to the couple's residence, accompanied by her younger brother Innocent Nyambe, and that shortly after their arrival, Clifford Chileshe allegedly shot Innocent Nyambe and later shot Teresa Nyambe outside the house before returning inside, where he is believed to have shot himself.
Initial circumstances indicate that the incident followed a domestic violence complaint reported by Triza Nyambe against her husband Clifford Chileshe at Kanyama Police Station on July 6, 2026. She was issued with a medical report form for examination. On July 8, 2026, Triza Nyambe visited the Victim Support Unit at Kanyama Police Station in connection with the matter before proceeding to the couple's residence, accompanied by her young brother, Innocent Nyambe. Preliminary findings suggest that shortly after their arrival, Clifford Chileshe allegedly shot Innocent Nyambe and later shot Triza Nyambe outside the house before returning inside, where he is believed to have shot himself. Police processed the scene and recovered 8 spent cartridges. 2 pistols identified as Canik pistol and the Millennium G2 pistol were also recovered and secured for forensic examination. The bodies have since been deposited at the University Teaching Hospital mortuary, where post-mortem will be conducted. The Zambia Police Service has, with immediate effect, instituted investigations into the conduct of the officers who handled the matter. The investigations will review the officers' compliance with established Zambia Police Service procedures, professional standards, and applicable laws in the execution of their duties, particularly in relation to the handling of gender-based violence cases. Should the investigations reveal any negligence, misconduct, or failure to comply with the established procedures or the law, appropriate action will be taken in accordance with Zambia Police Service regulations and other applicable legislation. The Zambia Police Service assures the public that the investigations will be conducted impartially and professionally. The findings will be made public upon conclusion of the investigations.
The family of Nelson Chikumbi, a radio repairer who died after being beaten by suspected UPND cadres at Lusaka's Kavesha Market in Chawama, has refused to bury their loved one until the cause of death is revealed. This is after a post-mortem examination was conducted by the police and doctors from the University Teaching Hospital without a family witness, while results have not been availed to the family. Meanwhile, family lawyer Simon Mwila says a post-mortem should be witnessed by the family, stating that all due processes of the law will be followed to ensure justice. Here's a report.
A few days after the death of Nelson Chikumbi, who allegedly died after being beaten by suspected UPND cadres at Lusaka's Kavesha Market, his family has remained in distress and is demanding answers over the circumstances surrounding his death. According to the family, a post-mortem examination has allegedly been conducted by police officers and doctors from the University Teaching Hospital without the presence of a family representative, and further claim that the results of the examination have not yet been shared. The family members have vowed not to proceed with burial arrangements until the cause of death is officially established and communicated to them.
Moshe kuti twashika umubiri wa muntu ukwabura kuishiba answer. So natuchita insist teti tushike uli umubiri wa muntu tufule twakwata answer, then ero twashika. Then wa officer tabachiranda po ebintu ibiri vyonse bena bachadushira vyati muye musende omubiri kulyako twachitwala nokuyabaya. So ifwe natukana teti tusende omubiri wa muntu otatuishi byoko bachitwala pantu bachitukanye okukonka. So teti tuwe tuusende uli omubiri ba officer balya na ba doctor ebe shibe kuli uli omubiri eba fuire bayasenda nokubosesha ku mochari.
They have since appealed to President Hakainde Hichilema to intervene and help bring an end to political violence and cadarism in the country.
Nomba ine ndeda ndaula kubuteko usholi mpola kwa mundu vilenga bwalira mulandu ela imwe batata bakainde mwali kenye cadarism inga cadarism yafuma kuisa mwali ifisa ela muleti bepati cadarism takuli mwabombe ntata pamo na nema kada yenu ubu buteka bwena tata nebo nshtemeno pakundi pailo mwana.
Meanwhile, family lawyer Simon Mwila has clarified that the law requires that a post-mortem be conducted in a transparent manner, with the family accorded an opportunity to witness the process.
So the traditional way is that the family and the police must work together. Remember, they need to establish what has caused the death of the deceased person. So the family has to be involved from inception. They go to court, the magistrate signs, the family is there, so that there shouldn't be any foul play. This is a political exposed matter, and the death that has occurred arises from political violence. How does the police conduct postmortem without any family member to even witness? Otherwise, it's a very sad thing, and the family definitely will look for other avenues so that they get some form of justice, because the way the postmortem was conducted today, even if the results were to be given, I don't think the family will agree or will accept.
Favorite GC Prime TV News.
President Hakainde Hichilema has reaffirmed his commitment to increasing the number of beneficiaries under the Farmer Input Support Program FISP to end the practice of farmers sharing fertilizer and seed. Speaking to hundreds of residents in Chama District, Eastern Province, President Hichilema said government has noted that some eligible farmers are either left out of the program or are forced to share farming inputs. He said the government intends to increase the number of FISP beneficiaries so that each eligible farmer receives their own allocation of fertilizer and seed. President Hichilema has since appealed to the people of Chama to vote for the UPND in the August 13 general election, stating that this will enable the government to continue implementing development programs across the district. He also promised to work on the Chama Lundazi Road and the Chama Matumbo Road. Details in the following report.
President Hakainde Hichilema is in Eastern Province for a series of rallies ahead of the August 13, 2026 general elections. Addressing residents in Chama District, President Hichilema reaffirmed his commitment to increasing the number of beneficiaries under the Farmer Input Support Program FISP to reduce the tendency of farmers sharing inputs.
Osagabana fertilizer na mbeu mutuma meda. Kuyenda kusogolo ku tizashita increase FISP support. Tivuna tipase balimi bambiri mbeu na fertilizer. Osagabana mutuma plate tungono yayi. Muntu wose azatenga allocation yake. Mwaberaga muzirima. Kaimwe batumbuka baseka kuli bolimba maningi. Muli bolimba muli bantu babwino musebenza. Simufuna unkala chale. Chonjo. So boma ya UPND yaona tibena ngusi barandira ma fertilizer osagabana mutuma tinzi onse muntu zampasa allocation yake. Kuyenda kusogolo. Kase vote yanu tupitilize na chitukuko. Zichonjo?
The president also promised to ensure the completion of the Chama
We also want to work on a market ya foja. Market ya foja silibwino. We also want to work on fighting the animal-human conflict. Sifuna our wild animals to kill our people. People matter more than the wild animals.
Christopher Basilio Banda, Prime TV News in Tasefo District of Eastern Province.
NRPUP presidential candidate Brian Mundubile has assured the people of Chiengi District, Luapula Province, that once elected, we will ensure the Ncherenge-Chiengi Road is tarred. Addressing a rally in Chiengi, Mr. Mundubile noted that the state of the Ncherenge-Chiengi Road has resulted in the area lagging behind. He says that the road will be given priority once he is elected president in the August 13 general election. Mr. Mundubile has also promised to work on Chipungu border to enhance trade in the area. He has further promised to address the issue of lack of clean drinking water in the area.
Free education to leko kanyapona yo. Lelo
free education yesu ikakusala kupanono tatulefaya free education ya mungulu iyo tatulefaya free education ya mungulu iya kuti abana 150 mu class mangu abana 200 mu class iya iyo tulefaya free education but quality education abana nga bamusambirira bafune bayasambirira tekuyasangwa ve mu class iyo so mu free education yesu maximum number y'abana b'esukulu ni 45 to 50 mu class. Nekokanya pomuli twambile kale owakukula amasukulu bakutira namba y'abana b'esukulu ilechepa mu class teacher alekwata chance ya kusambilisha n'okwishiba abana alesambilisha nepo walendela ekusambirira babana batata chintu chimbi menshi tetumwikale mupepi n'amenshi ngefi batamukwete amenshi mumushi so kanshi water project tukabika pantai sana ama projects aleleta amenshi kubantu clean water but mwebe na chiyengira imwe bene muri bena Zambia kata muri bena Zambia imwe Zambia.
The Lusaka Magistrate Court has issued a bench warrant for 4 managing politicians to defend themselves with eco-measure and buy guns following an attack on then opposition paper president Sean Tembo, a poster the state argues as potential to invite members of the public and politicians to acquire firearms for self-defense, which is deemed prejudicial to public order. When the matter came up for continued trial, Mpundu's surety, former Kamfinsa Member of Parliament, Christopher Kangombe, told the court that the accused is in Wapula province and is aware that he is supposed to be before the court but was unable to travel due to logistical challenges. Traveling from Wapula to Lusaka after the vehicle he was supposed to use broke down after developing a fault. But Magistrate Milumbe ordered that the accused, who was arrested on 15th January 2025 and is on police bond, be brought to court by bench warrant so that he can explain on his own why he has failed to appear on a preset date. The magistrate has since set 20th July 2026 as the date for return of bench warrant. You are watching the Prime TV main news. We take a break. Stay tuned.
The following is a political advert and does not reflect the views of Prime Television, but those of the content provider.
Before 2022, millions of Zambian children stayed home because school was unaffordable for many families. Today, things are much better. No more tuition fees, no more PTA fees, and no more examination fees. More than 2.5 million children are back in class across the country. Schools are feeding our children and classrooms are full again. And with the Enhanced Constituency Development Fund, more classrooms are being built, more desks are being made, more teachers are being hired. Because Bali cares. He has delivered this for all children across Zambia. Because free education is not just a policy. It is a promise to every Zambian child, a promise that poverty will not decide their future, a promise delivered. On the 13th of August 2026, vote for Hakainde Hichilema as President of the Republic of Zambia. And let's continue to move Zambia forward together.
The preceding content is a political advert and does not reflect the views of Prime Television, but those of the content providers.
The future is never built by accident. It is imagined, planned, and acted upon early. That's how Kalumbila came to life. Purpose-built for industry, for opportunity, for growth. Positioned at the heart of one of Southern Africa's most strategic growth corridors. Because the smartest investments are not only measured in returns, they're measured in the lives they shape. A place to invest, a place to belong, a place to build a future. Kalumbila Multi-Facility Economic Zone, where smart decisions settle down.
Voting is one of the few moments where we all have a voice.
One person, one vote.
No titles, no status.
Just a choice.
It's not about doing nothing.
It's about showing up.
Because your vote matters.
It's easy.
It's important.
It's ours.
Count me in.
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 Ever felt like your money could do more? With FNB eWallet Plus, dial *130*321# and send or receive money to mobile money or bank.
Driven by the passion for a taste that boosts our inner well-being. A taste crafted in the heart of sun-kissed fields from Zambia's finest sorghum. A taste driven by the passion to boost your inner well-being. It's who we are, how we are, and where we've come from. Sogo, the new taste of culture.
Farmers of Zambia, your hard work feeds the nation, and now getting paid for crops supplied to FRA has been made simple, faster and safer. FRA has now introduced digital payments, and farmers will be paid electronically by transferring money directly into their bank accounts or their mobile money, securing national strategic food reserves, taking wealth to rural Zambia.
Continue with the news. The Solwezi Magistrates Court has granted independent Solwezi East parliamentary candidate Peter Ilunga bail in the sum of 60,000 kwacha pending trial in a case he is charged with possessing 2 national registration cards, NRCs. Principal Resident Magistrate Mambwe Munkonde granted Mr. Ilunga bail in his own recognizance. The state had objected to the bail application on the basis that police investigation
admitted Mr. Ilunga to bail in the sum of 60,000 kwacha on his own recognizance, with 2 sureties bound in 30,000 kwacha each, although the state informed the court that police investigations are still ongoing. Mr. Ilunga, 49, has denied 2 charges. He is accused of possessing 2 NRCs bearing the same number but
So iki ekya kutota kilipo kya kwebati 13th tuli mukiye so lesani pale emwane so twamikote nifwense bali fyonse ifya kubomba mubushiku bwa lero.
The matter came up this morning for a ruling on our application for his bail, and the court has granted him bail pending trial. Yes, considering that both counts he is facing are bailable.
The former Mushindamo District Council chairperson was arrested in Lusaka on 25th June 2026 after resigning from the UPND to contest the 13th August 2026 general elections as an independent candidate. The matter has been adjourned to 22nd July 2026 when trial proceedings are expected to begin. Jackson Mwansa reporting for Prime Television News in Solwezi District of Northwestern Province.
Government's digital payment and service delivery platforms have so far collected more than 8.8 billion kwacha while expanding access to public services, strengthening financial accountability, improving transparency and supporting Zambia's broader digital transformation agenda. Speaking during the recently concluded 2026 Zambia International Trade Fair on behalf of the Accountant General Nsandi Manza, Minister of Finance and National Planning Principal Accountant Daniel Mwewa said that the Government Service Bus GSB, the Government Electronic Payment Gateway GEPG, Zampoto and Zampay have become central pillars of the state's efforts to modernize public service delivery and improve the efficiency of public financial management. He says that the platforms now enable citizens and businesses to access and pay for a growing range of government services electronically through multiple channels, including bank transfers, debit, to improve convenience, transparency and accountability. Mr. Mwewa adds that the government has extended the digital payment ecosystem to local authorities with 8 councils already onboarded, and plans are underway to progressively roll out the platform to all 116 local authorities. The Zambia Congress of Trade Unions, ZCTU, has challenged political parties seeking public office to move beyond campaign promises and commit to policies that will improve the lives of workers. Speaking during the launch of the 2026 Workers' Manifesto, ZCTU Secretary General Dr. Joy Vene says whichever party forms government after the August 13 elections must create decent jobs, provide fair wages, stronger labor protection, and inclusive economic growth as top national priorities. Dr. Vene notes that while Zambia has made a notable macroeconomic progress through debt restructuring, increased international reserves, and a more stable exchange rate, the majority of workers are yet to benefit from these gains as unemployment, poverty, and the high cost of living continue to squeeze households. He says economic growth should not only be reflected in national statistics, but also in improved incomes, secure employment, and better social protection for ordinary Zambians. Joseph Tamali reports.
As Zambia heads towards the August 13th general election, Vision 2030 and Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, workers envision a prosperous society founded on equity, social inclusion, and development that leaves no one behind. In its 2026 Workers' Manifesto, ZCTU calls on all political parties, candidates, and future governments to place workers at the center of national development and commit to policies that advance decent work, social justice, and inclusive economic growth.
You colleagues to this big launch. Colleagues, Workers' Manifesto should not simply be a list of complaints. No, It should be a clear statement of workers' priorities and demands. It should be able to guide our engagement with political parties, government, employers, and other stakeholders. So this booklet, and this time around we have summarized it, 7-page document, not the one we had in 2021. This time is simple and straightforward. So this should be able to guide our engagement with political parties. This should be able to make us engage with government.
The 2026 ZCTU Workers' Manifesto is a response to worsening unemployment, the growth of informality, economic challenges, and deteriorating living conditions.
We have to ask how they will handle this. It's very important. Very, very important. Another issue which is dear to our hearts as labor movement, on social protection. Very important. Yes, is it last month, on 5th June, we saw the Republican president signing into law, but want to see more and how best that can be implemented.
Joseph Tamari Banda, Prime TV News.
The Momba chieftainship dispute has taken a new twist, with another family claiming to be the rightful owners of the throne. This has Doreen Sita, who is the current chieftainess Momba, and her brother Philip Moyo continue their legal battle over the throne. Obvious Kapunda, who is representing the latest family, claims his family is the rightful owner of the throne, describing both the current chieftainess Momba and her brother Philip Moyo as masqueraders. Mr. Kapunda says he will not sit idle and watch the chiefdom continue being subjected to confusion. Kolombota Mwanangombe has the details.
Chiefdom wrangles in Momba chiefdom of Kazungula district of Southern Province continue to escalate as another family has emerged claiming the rightful ownership of the throne. This comes after Doreen Sita, who is the current chieftainess Momba, and Philip Moyo, her brother, took their chiefdom matters to court, with Philip Moyo being accused of impersonating Chief Momba. Obvious Kapunda, from the new family, claims his family is the rightful owners of the throne, describing both the current chieftainess Momba and her brother Philip Moyo as masqueraders.
The wrangles that is going on in our area, that's in Momba. We've seen where Doreen Sita, who is masquerading as a chief, fighting with his own brother, Philip Moyo. That's uncalled for, it's inhuman, it's unconstitutional. We are not going to allow. Let them not take our quietness for granted. We are watching them. We are not going to sleep. We are not going to sit like Jumbo. I would like to appeal to the government for now to hold, to stop supporting Doreen Sita, who is masquerading as Chief Momba.
Mr. Kapunda says traditional leaders must bring peace and not confusion, stating that these wrangles in many cases hinder development.
A chief or a traditional leader should unite people, not whereby bring confusion in the area. What kind of a chief are you? We want unity, development in the area.
He has called on residents of Momba chiefdom to remain calm as he promises to take what he terms as a dignified chieftainship to Momba chiefdom.
So I want to appeal to the people of Momba. Amuliwe zintu zilaba byoka botu mutanozo ziri guo kuwula mwabona byo guo atipere bubula bwawo kuno sapota kufumba bewaza ati mwami pepe wami bwa masimbe bulabola. There's total confusion in our land. Yes, we need development. Even the president, His Excellency Hakainde Hichilema, once said Why going to court, fighting through courts if you are the rightful owner?
Now, Momba Chiefdom in Kazungula district has seen chiefdom wrangles for some time now, with two members of the same family fighting for the throne, with now another family joining the battle, claiming rightful ownership, a matter that needs immediate solution. Kwalambota Mwanangombe, Prime TV News, in Kazungula district, Southern Province.
Army commands a vision of building a modern and a well-equipped military. Michael Himosa Jr. has the details.
The cutting of the ribbon marked the official handover of 190 newly built and fully furnished housing units to the Zambia Army at Kenneth David Kaunda Barracks, popularly known as Mikango Barracks in Chongwe District. The project comprises 10 high-cost, 62 medium-cost, and 118 low-cost housing units aimed at improving accommodation for military personnel. Minister of Defense Permanent Secretary Mambo Hamaundu said the houses are now ready for occupation by commissioned officers and non-commissioned officers.
For us, this is the progress which we want, notwithstanding the fact that there could still be some external works that need to be carried out at Mikango, but we are happy that the houses are ready for occupation. Secondly, it's also important to note that other than 190 at Mikango, we still have over 600 units which are under construction. The basic infrastructure or the houses have more or less been complete, save for electricity and water and of course the sewer lines. And we are working extremely hard to ensure that this particular aspect is also dealt with. So,
meanwhile, Zambia Army Commander Lieutenant General Geoffrey Ziele has commended the government for providing the new housing units to Zambia Army personnel. In a speech read on his behalf by Brigadier General Mebin Mianga, Lieutenant General Ziele said the development is in line with the Army Command's vision of building a modern and professional military.
Our Army Command has prioritized the vision of modernizing the Zambia Army. This, among other things, includes improving the living standards and welfare of personnel and their families. This, therefore, is in line with what we are witnessing here today, the provision of decent housing units to troops.
Meanwhile, Zhongmei Engineering Group, the contractor that constructed the housing units, says the project was completed and delivered on schedule.
This project is also a valuable lesson to our company. We learn better way to manage a tight schedule and to solve the technical issues. We build strong trust with
the work continues. We want to rest even more.
The preceding content is a political advert and does not reflect the views of Prime Television, but those of the content providers.
Planning a party? Take it from fun to unforgettable. At Inflatables Venture Solution, we've got jumping castles for every occasion, small castles for backyard birthdays, giant obstacle courses for school events, and our new bubble houses for those dreamy, Insta-worthy moments. Different sizes, different themes, and the best part, prizes start from just 800 kwacha, going up to 2,000 kwacha depending on size and style. We deliver, we set up, we pack up. You just enjoy the party. Ready to bounce? To make your booking, contact us today on 0973 133 905, 0974 440 489, or 0955 343 000. We are located on plot 1026/1 CK off Great North Road, Lusaka. PO Box 32439, Lusaka. Inflatables Venture Solution, where the fun begins.
There's a new wave sweeping across the nation, a youthful, vibrant spirit driven by the passion for a taste that boosts our inner well-being. A taste crafted in the heart of sun-kissed fields from Zambia's finest sorghum. A taste driven by the passion to boost your inner well-being. It's who we are, how we are, and where we've come from. Sogo, the new taste of culture.
Welcome to New World of Entertainment in Zambia. Cartoons, music, news, movies, drama, series, documentaries, food, travel, the best from Hollywood and Bollywood, international football, CAF competitions, La Liga, Serie A, German Bundesliga, Saudi League, Carabao Cup, Asian Championship, Barclays Women's League, local leagues, and much more. Grab your Azam TV decoder at 350 Zambian Kwacha and full kit at 589 Zambian Kwacha, and watch all your favorite channels free for 2 months. For more details, contact us on 971-246-222, 763-664-455. WhatsApp 77-500-0013. Azam TV, entertainment for everybody.
Day would have been a bad day.
Yeah, everyone's bad day is my bad day. But guess what? When my banja comes together, there are no bad days.
Banja washing powder, the family detergent.
It is now time for safety news, brought to you by the Workers' Compensation Fund Control Board.
Long before our cities bustled with technology, and long before the global markets looked to our land, the story of Zambia was being written by the hands of its workers, the hands that braved the deep earth, tilled the soil, and laid the literal tracks of our nation. But in those early days of industrial growth, the worker faced the unexpected, alone. The earliest formal acknowledgement of worker protection dates back to the colonial Workmen's Compensation Ordinance of 1930, a basic legislative nod to the risks of the job, but one that was heavily restricted and fragmented. As our industries expanded, the demands for true protection grew louder. Revisions followed in 1944, expanding structural frameworks slightly, yet the system remained rigid, reactive, and far from reaching every ordinary individual building the country. Then came the dawn of a new era. In 1963, on the very eve of our national independence, a sovereign realization took root. A free, self-determining nation must fiercely protect its most valuable asset, its people. The Workmen's Compensation Ordinance of 1963 was enacted, officially establishing a centralized fund. This was the true birth of our collective safety net. For the first time, a centralized system took responsibility for the fallen worker. Through the Pneumoconiosis Act of 1950 and its subsequent integrations into the Workmen's Compensation Act of 1973, the state formalized medical boards to battle occupational chest diseases, creating a shield for our miners. As the turn of the century approached, Zambia's economic landscape shifted dramatically. Privatization and diversification meant our workforce was changing. To meet this new world, the government enacted Act No. 10 of 1999, officially birthing the Workers' Compensation Fund Control Board as we know it today. This crucial milestone merged previous fragmented systems under a unified, robust legal framework. We decentralized our operations, opened provincial branches, and expanded our mandate to protect not just heavy industrial laborers, but the commercial, agricultural, and service sectors alike. But history is a living thing. A legacy is not measured. We are the new workers' compensation. Prevention, care, support. A new era for every worker in Zambia is here.
And now safety news in detail. A 4-year-old boy of Mwense district, Luapula province, has died after drowning in a bucket of water while family members were attending a funeral. The incident occurred around 13 hours on Tuesday, 7th July 2026 in Molango village of Chief Kashiva. Luapula Division Police Commanding Officer Stephen Palata said that the deceased, identified as Ernest Kalaba,
7 months old juvenile. The case that was reported at Mwense Police Station from Nomuya John, aged 45, of Molango Village, Chief Kashiva, in Mwense District, who reported that his nephew, no juvenile Kalaba, Ernest, aged 4 years and 7 months, of Molango Village, died from drowning in the bucket full of water. This occurred on 7th of July 2026, around 13 hours at Molango Village, Chief Kashiva, and Mwense District. The facts of the matter are that the family had a funeral and they were burying the same day, the 7th of July 2026. And as the family members, including members of the community, had gone to the graveyard to bury, the deceased went to draw water from the big bucket and fell in it. He was found dead with his head inside the bucket. They rushed him to Kashiva Main Hospital, hoping that he can be resuscitated, but it was too late. Hence, they reported the matter to Mwense Police Station, and On physical inspection, the body was found intact. No foul play was suspected. The body has since been deposited to Mambilima Hospital mortuary.
Television News today identified the deceased as Alon Simbaya of Mwaseni village in Chief Kafwimbi's area. Mr. Kangombe said the accident happened around 20-30 hours near Mount Mary filling station about 2 kilometers south of Wisoka security checkpoint. He said the incident involved an registration King Lion motorbike and a stationary freighter truck trailer belonging to Matawele Transport Limited. Mr. Kangombe explained that the motorbike, which was being laden from north direction heading south, hit the stationary truck that had been parked on the road without...
We could package in safety news brought to you by the Workers' Compensation Session.
Long before our cities bustled with technology, and long before the global markets looked to our land, the story of Zambia was being written by the hands of its workers, the hands that braved the deep earth, tilled the soil, and laid the literal tracks of our nation. But in those early days of industrial growth, the worker faced the unexpected, alone. The earliest formal acknowledgement of worker protection dates back to the colonial Workmen's Compensation Ordinance of 1930, a basic legislative nod to the risks of the job, but one that was heavily restricted and fragmented. As our industries expanded, the demands for true protection grew louder. Revisions followed in 1944, expanding structural frameworks slightly, yet the system remained rigid, reactive, and far from reaching every ordinary individual building the country. Then came the dawn of a new era. In 1963, on the very eve of our national independence, a sovereign realization took root. A free, self-determining nation must fiercely protect its most valuable asset, its people. The Workmen's Compensation Ordinance of 1963 was enacted, officially Act No. 10 of 1999, officially birthing the Workers' Compensation Fund Control Board as we know it today. This crucial milestone merged previous fragmented systems under a unified, robust legal framework. We decentralized our operations, opened provincial branches, and expanded our mandate to protect not just heavy industrial laborers, but the commercial, agricultural, and service sectors alike. But history is a living thing. A legacy is not measured by how long you stand, but by your willingness to prevention, care, support. A new era for every worker in Zambia is here.
The following is a political advert and does not reflect the views of Prime Television, but those of the content provider.
Bali ni boss. Before 2022, millions of Zambian children stayed home because school was unaffordable for many families. Today, things are much better. No more tuition fees, no more PTA fees, and no more examination fees. More than 2.5 million children are back in class across the country. Schools are feeding our children and classrooms are full again. And with the Enhanced Constituency Development Fund, more classrooms are being built, more desks are being made, more teachers are being hired. Because Bali cares. He has delivered this for all children across Zambia. Because free education is not just a policy. It is a promise to every Zambian child, a promise that poverty will not decide their future, a promise delivered. On the 13th of August 2026, vote for Hakainde Hichilema as President of the Republic of Zambia, and let's continue to move Zambia forward together.
The preceding content is a political advert and does not reflect the views of Prime Television, but those of the content providers.
To know where we're going, we must remember. Good morning, welcome to the Milky Farm.
It's a happy day, let's have some fun. We'll start with the kiss to the pretty girls.
Then pour the milk.
The flavor's love and this.
Pick your favorite flavor from chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, and banana.
This is how we make
Milk It Milkshake, the shake that moves.
It was all in my head. Fruticana zona.
Fruticana. Feel the rhythm, taste the fun.
Uniteto Industries presents Turtle Agro, comprising stockfeed lime and agricultural lime. The wide range of Turtle stockfeed lime, whether coarse, grit or fine lime, enhances the good health and growth of your livestock, be it poultry, piggery and many more. On the other hand, calcitic and dolomitic lime are the best agricultural solutions that creates a steady balance and improvement of the health of your soils, increasing crop resistance to diseases for greater harvests. Get affordable lime. Call us on 0211 286064 or WhatsApp 09755 79558. Email info@uniturtle.com or visit the website www.uniturtle.com. Turtle Agro Lime. Lime your fields, get better yields. By Uniturtle Industries.
Farmers of Zambia, your hard work feeds the nation, and now getting paid for crops supplied to FRA has been made simple, faster and safer, FRA has now introduced digital payments, and farmers will be paid electronically by transferring money directly into their bank accounts or their mobile money wallets. All farmers intending to sell their crops to FRA are requested to open bank accounts or mobile money wallets on Airtel, MTN and Zamtel immediately. Visit your nearest bank or mobile network agent with your NRC today and open your account.
Now I get my money through my mobile money wallet while I attend to other chores. I can save, send or use it anytime. Very secure too.
Nalandira ndalama zanga ku banki pa phone kulibe zochedwa kulibe kuyimirira pa mline.
FRA, securing national strategic food reserves, taking wealth to rural Zambia.
And now for the rest of the news. The Ministry of Health has commenced the development of Zambia's National Health Strategic Plan for the period 2027 to 2031, with a government reaffirming its commitment to strengthening the country's health system and accelerating progress towards universal health coverage. Speaking during the National Stakeholders Consultative Meeting on the development of the new 5-year strategy, Ministry of Health Permanent Secretary for Technical Services, Dr. Kenneth Lishimpi, said that the consultative process marks a critical step in shaping the future of healthcare delivery in Zambia. Dr. Lishimpi says health remains a fundamental pillar of national development, stressing that a healthy population is
infant mortality rate dropped from 42 per 1,000 live births in 2018 to 17 per 1,000 live births in 2024.
The process has also drawn support from civil society and cooperating partners. Civil Society Health Partnership Executive Director Dr. Humphrey Monde says the organization will continue promoting social accountability to support in both the development and implementation of the next National Health Strategic Plan.
We stand ready to provide the required assistance in support of the next strategic plan. Ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, as we begin developing the next plan, let us preserve what has worked, honestly and objectively address the bottlenecks, and remain ambitious about what Zambia can achieve. That this next NHSP be more resilient.
Recent years have shown that progress is possible when leadership is strong. Partnerships are aligned, communities are engaged, decisions are guided by evidence. At the same time, sustainable progress.
For the people whose lives depend on the country's healthcare system every day, the success of the next National Health Strategic Plan will ultimately be measured not by the pages it contains, but by the lives it transforms.
Central Province Permanent Secretary Muna Monakampwe says that the province has recorded 100% digitized payments under social cash transfer program. Speaking when he paid the KTC on Chief Chitambo, Dr. Monakampwe said that the move is aimed at securing funds in order to reach the intended beneficiaries. Dr. Monakampwe further disclosed that government is aware of the poor mobile network connectivity which may defeat the digitalization in the rural district, hence embarking on a project to install 3 mobile network towers in the area. Meanwhile, Chief Chitambo of the Lala-speaking people says social cash transfer has greatly transformed the lives of his subjects. Joseph Siambihi has the details in this report.
Among many social protection interventions government has put in place, social cash transfer is one of them. Thousands of people have benefited, and in Central Province, the program has incorporated over 167,000 as of 2026 from 43,000 in 2021. Central Province Permanent Secretary led a delegation to Chitambo District to conduct a spot check field engagement with beneficiaries as payments for May-June have commenced. During a cadence call on Chief Chitambo, Dr. Monakampwe disclosed that the province has digitalized social cash transfer payment now at 100%.
We have decided that all the beneficiaries now will not get money on the table. No one will get the money on the table, and we are about the first province to bring the whole entire chiefdom will now benefit.
And in response, Chief Chitambo said social cash transfer has transformed the lives of his subjects.
Social cash transfer kuno kumyesu kwa Chief Chitambo ile bomba febwino uteko tuletotera pafyo ule afuilisha abantu jina abakula na mayanda mu social cash transfer aleshito tumala tale sunga kandalama asuka akula kanganda kaliboneka kwefjako.
Later, the permanent secretary addressed beneficiaries at Misumba Secondary School.
Ichikankala chakwebati tenda amatu ashibomfya bwino pantu lesa afwayo kwebati umulandanga bamwafwa nankwe ayafwa Theophine.
One of the beneficiaries has highlighted how this program has benefited him.
Ukufika na pali lelo yali kwata okumombele fintu ifingi sana ndakwata mokushamo fertilizer ndakwata mono kukula mwinga ndana alikulamo.
Joseph Siambihi reporting, Prime TV News in Chitambo District, Central Province.
Former Copper Queens coach Bruce Mwape has died. Mwape, 67, died this morning at Nchanga South Mine Hospital in Chingola after a short illness. And FAS President Keith Mwemba has described Mwape's death as a great loss to the Zambian football family and the nation as a whole. Mwemba says everyone recognizes Coach Mwape's contribution to the game, especially his reign as Copper Queens coach, where he took the team to unimaginable heights. He says Mwape took the Copper Queens to back-to-back Olympics in Tokyo 2020 and Paris 2024. WAFCON bronze in 2022 and the first ever FIFA World Cup appearance in Australia and New Zealand. Mwape's son, Chikonde, says his father suffered a suspected stroke on Tuesday last week and was later hospitalized, leading to his eventual death. Mwape was appointed Copa Queens coach in 2018 and qualified the Copa Queens to a record 3 WAFCON tournaments, 2018, 2022, 2024, that was played in 2025. This is contained in a statement issued by FA's head of media and communications, Nkweto Tembwe. A reminder that today marks 35 days to go before the August 13 general election. We go for a break. On the other side, we'll have news analysis. Keep watching.
Better Changes Bikes Limited. We Bike Zambia.
The following is a political advert and does not reflect the views of Prime Television, but those of the content provider.
We will not rest until every Zambian family feels the benefit of this generational change.
Niwake mupando mulekelembi Azibanchito hakainde Niwake mupando mulekeni Azibanchito hakainde Niwake mupando mulekelembi Azibanchito hakainde Niwake mupando mulekeni Azibanchito hakainde Together twanele jabamo Isene pikatane yeah Oh adi together twanele jabamo Isene pikatane yeah Mulekelembi Azibanchito hakainde Niwake mupando mulekeni Azibanchito hakainde Niwake mupando mulekelembi Azibanchito hakainde Niwake mupando mulekeni Azibanchito hakainde Niwake mupando mulekelembi Azibanchito hakainde Niwake mupando mulekeni Azibanchito hakainde
Can we do more? Yes, we can do more. The work continues. We want to rest even more.
Niwake mupando mulekelembi Azibanchito hakainde Niwake mupando mulekelembi Azibanchito hakainde
The preceding content is a political advert and does not reflect the views of Prime Television, but those of the content providers.
When the belly's rumbling, hunger's coming. Uncle Joe will give you something filling with a natural flavor. Uncle Joe is in there. Smooth, shaky Joe. Shaky Joe. Smooth, shaky Joe. Smooth, shaky Joe. Fill your 1, 2, 3, go!
As easy as 1, 2, 3, and all my clothes are squeaky clean.
Quick to remove the dirt and stains and the fresh, sweet maids.
Never seen nothing like it. That's exactly why I like it.
With 24/7 FIFA World Cup coverage, sleep can wait. Everything can wait.
Catch all 104 matches from as little as 255 kwacha only on GoTV.
Uniteto Industries present Turtle Agro, comprising stockfeed lime and agricultural lime. The wide range of Turtle stockfeed lime, where the coarse, grit or fine lime enhances the good health and growth of your livestock, be it poultry, piggery, and many more. On the other hand, calcitic and dolomitic lime are the best.
Is busy, and sometimes updating your information can feel like a burden. But outdated details can delay access to PSPF services when you need them most. The PSPF eKYC platform is a simple, secure way to update your information anytime, anywhere. With just a few steps, you can verify your identity, update your records, and stay connected. eKYC uses secure digital verification methods like one-time passwords and identity validation to ensure your information is accurate and protected. Keep your records up to date and enjoy faster access to your pension services. No queues, no paperwork, just convenience at your fingertips. Visit www.pspf.org.zm today and update your details with PSPF eKYC. PSPF, keeping your pension promise.
We now have news analysis with Mr. Mtoniswa Banda. Mr. Banda, as always, it's a pleasure to have you in the studios. Good evening, and how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Please go ahead.
We have 35 days to go before the elections. I've been saying it's heating up. I think the temperature is increasing on the campaign trail with a lot of political parties putting their manifestos and their players in play. Unfortunately, I think out of the 14 presidential candidates, we still have some candidates that we are not hearing from, or maybe they are not being covered well by the media for us to know what is happening. So far we've seen, I think, about 4 getting active, but the rest of the candidates are still quiet. I think the media has to reach out to this. We need to know, especially as voters, because as voters, the question that I have is, if I was to analyze all the 14 presidential candidates, where do I find them? Where do I get the information? So far, the information is scanty, so I think the media has to go out and reach out. And if they are not forthcoming, I think we need to create environments where we start having presidential debates, parliamentary debates, councillor debates. There has to be activities going on so that the voter is informed of who they are voting for and what are the issues that they are dealing with. We've also seen, I think, on the campaign trail, gloves are out. Gloves are out. The language is changing. People are getting aggressive in terms of making sure that their message is held, and also analyzing the opposite camp and giving advantages and disadvantages, comparisons. These guys are saying this is what they're going to do. Are they able to do that, etc. In the news today, you hear the president assuring the farmers that he's going to improve on the FISIP issues. There's been issues of farmers getting their inputs through shared, I don't know what I can call it, MEDA or whatever they are doing. Instead of one farmer getting maybe a bag of fertilizer, they've been sharing. So the president, I think in his address today, he's talking about improving on that system. And then you also see on the other camp, the Mundubile camp, in their messages, I think there are issues of what they're going to do in terms of which roads, which infrastructure, which school, which policy they're going to implement. But what has been interesting is I think this week it has been the issue of whether they were warning the civil service to behave, be neutral, and if they come in, they're going to professionalize, clean it up, etc. And that has gotten some traction. Also, I think in the news is the issue of Bino Mpundu, that there's been a bench warrant that has been issued for him missing the court case. So we hope they're able to handle that so that one of their campaign members is not disadvantaged. Well, today I thought we look at what is this election all about. In my view, I think this is an election where the UPND and President HH are having their appraisal. You know, they've had one term, they've been on the job, and now they are seeking a second term. So this election, in my view, should have been not the issues that we're talking about. It should have been, from a voter's point of view, it should have been us looking at how has the president and his team performed. What were the issues that they were given in 2021 that they needed to do? Have they done that? And doing a bit of some study, there are certain ways in which you can attest if a president is doing very well. And one of the issues is looking at the poverty rates. What are the rates right now in terms of where they were and where we are? So you see that in terms of the poverty rate, it has been very stubborn at about 50%. I think this is work that still needs to be done. But in terms of the Human Index report, which is issued by UNDP, Zambia has improved greatly. We've moved from 565 in 2021 to 595. This means that in terms of even life expectancy, we used to die at 62 on average, but now we are dying at 65. So there's been improvement. Imagine what 3 years to your life can do, and the health. It means there's improved quality health, there's improved access to medicine, etc. So in this area, I think the president has been doing very well. Economic stewardship. Again, if you look at the issues that Zambia has been going through, there's been reduced unemployment. Unemployment used to be at 13%, now is at 10%. So meaning more people have gotten jobs. And when you look at the overall percentage of unemployed, what do they call it? Unemployed population versus the greater population. So you find that the Zambian employed people have risen by about 33%, compared to the population. We used to be below at 27-30%. Now we are above there. But unfortunately, in terms of the working class, one of the challenges that we have is that most of the people that are working are found in the informal sector. So I think I've heard ZRA talk about this. I've heard Ministry of Finance, Bank of Zambia. We need to ensure that more people go into the formal sector. The formal sector pays tax, they have a pension, they have health access, and if we do that, then we can do better. And then there are other positives that have come. Inflation control. I think the current administration has managed to control inflation from the 22% that it used to be, double digit, to about 8.5 or 9.5%. So this is good. It means the value of your money has increased. The value at which your money was losing value has reduced. So this is good. We also have the issue of rule of law. I think there's been a bit of order in terms of rule of law, where the courts are respected, the court's mandate is listened to. But unfortunately, the dent is the new bills that were passed a few weeks ago that were so many non-analyzed, and one of the bills that was contentious was the issue of the Public Order Act and the way it was defined and what it would have done if the president had signed it. But overall, I think in terms of rule of law, I think there's been some improvement. Anti-corruption fight, I think it has been there. The president has been pushing. However, there have been concerns. Concerns is that some people are still sacred and others are protected. So I think we hope there's still some improvement to be done. There's issues of independent judiciary and press freedom. I thought maybe I'll close with press freedom. Press freedom, I think even the election monitors that were there before, I think there have been concerns about ensuring that the media is free. And when I was talking about voters want to see their candidates. They want to listen to their candidates. They want to see debates. But the media has been exercising a lot of self-censorship and also taking sides. I think this is one area that I think after the elections we need to look at. We need to have a media that is free, that is able to analyze issues, deal with it all the time.
Has anyone muzzled you?
Well, I mean, self-censorship is because you know that when I say certain things that doesn't please somebody, there'll be a call, somebody will call you. But that's what I'm saying. On paper, you know, Zambia is doing very well. We have over 200 media outlets, we have daily newspapers, we have online media. But there's still improvement. Improvement that is still needed is where we can have robust debates. There are people that are shut down. You know, the moment you come on air, you are shut down by either the
district, Muchinga province. A marital dispute has turned violent, resulting in the death of 3 people, among them a couple of Lusaka's Makeni Villa area following a shooting incident. President Hakainde Hichilema has assured FISP beneficiaries that the practice of sharing fertilizer and seed will end with more beneficiaries added to the program. Former Copper Queens coach Bruce Mwape has died after an illness. That brings us to the end of the news. Thank you for watching.
The main news bulletin was sponsored by First Quantum Minerals, operating Kansanshi Mining PLC, FQM Trident Sentinel Copper Mine, and Enterprise Nickel Mine. Our